So now in this video we will start working right on the credential. Okay, so first let me remove that comment from here, as you guys can see in here. Now we will simply go toward the forget password, then components. Right click on this components and create a new dot file. We will name this as a info. Okay, as you guys can see here, and in here we will have a stateless widget. Okay, we will name this as a credential. Okay, we will remove that const key, we don't need this. Okay, click in here, import the library material.dart. There we go. Okay, so let's go back to the forget password.dart. In here click on this credential and import this library, that third one. Okay, components info.dart. It's fine in here. Let's go back to the info.dart right in here. Okay, and in here let's remove that container, and in here we'll have padding. Okay, now right in there let's do some padding, add insect. As usual we will go with all, and we will set this dot 50.0. okay, it's fine in here. Child, right in the child we will have a column widget. Okay, and right in the column we will have a children, and right in the children we will set the center widget. Right in the center we will set the image for the forget password. Okay, so let me do that. Okay, right in the center we will say child, and child will be center widget again. Okay, so image dot asset. Okay, as you guys can see in here, and in there we will say, let me first show you the image that we are about to use right in this image folder. Okay, and here we will use that one. Okay, as you guys can see in here, so it's right inside the images folder and then forget.png. okay, so in here we will say images slash forget.png. look out for the spelling. Okay, it must be same, otherwise it will not work. So let's go and press Ctrl S and see the output, as you guys can see in here. Okay, it's looking really cool. Now let's give some width. Okay, to make it more proper we will give the width to 300.0. let press Ctrl S. As you guys can see, it's become a little bit smaller than before. And now add the const modifier. Right after we're gonna have an info field for the enter email. Okay, so let's go and do that. Okay, right after this center, first in here we're gonna have a size box, so it will create some height between this image and the input field. Okay, that we are about to create. So on here 10.0, add the const modifier in here to this size box. It's fine. Right after in here we will use the input field. Okay, let me show you that right in the widgets folder, and in here that is the input field. Okay, that we created before. So in here we will say input field. Okay, there we go. We will remove that and we will add it one by one. Okay, as you guys can see in here, input field. So in there first we will set the hint text for it. Hint text will be enter email in here. Okay, and right after let's set the icon. Icon will be icons. We will go with the email, okay, email underscore rounded. There we go with this suggestion. All good. Right after, we will set the obscure text to false, okay, and right after we're gonna set the text editing control right in here to the email text controller, okay, but we didn't create the email text controller yet. We will do that just in a while. Let's go right at top in here above the widget build. We will say in here final and text editing controller, okay. We're gonna make this private, email text controller, okay. Text editor control, there we go, okay. And there will be that text, the empty string, and right at end semicolon, as you guys can see in here, okay. So in here let me set the spelling for controller, okay. All good now. So let's go, and we are about to use that right in the text editing controller, okay. So in here we will say email text controller. It's fine in here, okay. And also let me add right in here the cross axis alignment, okay, and we will set this to start. All good. Now let's go and press controllers and see the output, as you guys can see in here, okay. Enter email with the icon and everything, background color, it's working fine, okay. So now let's move further. Now we are about to make button square right in here for the send link, okay. So whenever the user put their email right in here, and there will be a send link, okay. So let's go and do that first. And first we will add the size box right after in here to create some height between them, okay, between the enter email and that button, okay. So we will say height in here, we will go with the this fine in here, add the const modifier to the size box, there we go. And right after in here we will say button square, that one, okay. We will remove that and we will add it one by one, okay. So in there first we will set the text. The text will be, as you know, send link, okay. And let's set the color 1. Here will be colors, we will go with the red one, okay, like we said for other buttons for the create account and login. So in here red, right after here color 2, we will go with the colors, we'll go with the red accent, okay. All fine in here. Now we will set the press event right after that, okay. So in here we will say press, okay. As you guys can see in here. So in here let's go and press the Control S and see that button. So there we go, as you guys can see the send link, okay. So it's working totally fine. For now we will leave this press event empty, and later on we will work right in here, okay. So now we will go and let's check the account, okay. So right in here we will say account check, okay. We will remove that for now, and in here we will say login we will set it to false, because we want to show that Dex already have an account and there will be a login small button. Okay, and we will show that right in here in the forget password. So right after, let's set the press event right in there for the account check, and in there we will say navigator dot push replacement. Okay, now we will set the root material page root. Okay, and in here we will set it to, let me move this to the right side, and in here we will set it to login screen. Okay, and right at end in here put a semicolon. All good. Okay, as you guys can see. So let's go and press Ctrl S and see that. As you guys can see in here, already have an account, login. If the user already have an account, he can simply, or she can simply in here click on this login. I will send him to the login screen, as you guys can see in here. So let's go back to the forget password. So that's it for this video. Right in the next video, on this send link button, we will work on that and we will implement this press event. Okay, so see you in the next video.